Welcome back, dear traveler. The fire burns low, its embers pulsing like the distant heartbeat of Eldara itself. Our tale is nearing its climax, but the path ahead is uncertain. The Lost Heir has done the impossible, restoring the Starstone, bringing light back to the ruins of the Forgotten Kingdom. And yet, something lingers in the air, a shadow not yet banished. Yes, let us return to the Starstone chamber, where our heir stands victorious, or so they believe. The Starstone hovers before the heir, whole once more. Its golden light stretches across the chamber, washing over the ancient walls, painting them in hues of dawn. The very foundation of the tower hums, as if awakening from a long and troubled slumber. Kaelen kneels, his once imposing figure bowed beneath the weight of his loss. The darkness that clung to him so fiercely has receded, its shadows curling at the edges of the room like mist in the morning sun. He lifts his head, his crimson eyes dimmed, his breath unsteady. "You've done it," Kaelen murmurs, almost in disbelief. "You have restored what was broken, the light of Eldara. It shines again." The heir steps closer, their heart pounding. They had prepared for a battle, for a monster beyond saving. But now they see something else, a man who was lost, who might yet find his way home. "You can still stand with me, Kaelen," the heir says, their voice steady, almost pleading. "You were once Eldara's greatest protector. That does not have to be lost to history." Kaelen's fingers twitch against the cold stone beneath him. His expression is unreadable. His lips part slightly, as if tasting the possibility of redemption. And then he bows his head. "I was a fool," he whispers, "and you are stronger than I ever was." The heir exhales, relief flooding them. Perhaps at last the war is over. A crack of thunder rumbles in the distance. Strange, there are no storms in Eldara, not anymore. The heir glances upward, but the ceiling is whole, the sky beyond still streaked with the golden hues of a kingdom reborn. Then, Kaelen's fingers curl against the stone floor, his nails digging into the cracks. The heir does not see. Not yet. "You have given me much to think about," Kaelen says. His voice is slow, heavy. His shoulders rise and fall with deliberate breath. He lifts his gaze, and the light catches in his eyes, not the soft gleam of a man who has surrendered to the light, but the sharp, knowing glint of something else entirely. The heir does not notice, not yet. Instead, they turn to the Starstone, its warmth flooding through them. They imagine what comes next, restoring Eldara, calling forth its people, rebuilding the world that was lost. The weight of their journey lifts ever so slightly. They have won, haven't they? The chamber is quiet. The Starstone hums, its glow reflecting off the polished floor. Kaelen shifts slightly, the sound barely a whisper against the stone. Then, pain. The heir gasps, their body going rigid. It is not a spell, nor a blast of dark magic. It is something far simpler. A blade, sinking deep. A slow breath escapes their lips as they stagger forward, their hand reaching instinctively to their side. Warmth pools against their fingers. Not the magic of the Starstone, but blood. Their blood. Kaelen's hand lingers on the hilt of the dagger, pressing forward just enough to make sure the wound is real. His voice is quiet, near their ear, just above a whisper. "Ah, there it is." The heir chokes on their breath, shock rendering them weightless. Their knees weaken, but they do not fall. The Starstone, its light, flickers. "Kaelen." The heir's voice is barely audible. "Forgiveness," Kaelen muses, twisting the blade just slightly. "A pretty thing, a fragile thing, and you wear it so well." He chuckles softly, but there is no warmth in it, only something hollow. "I wondered," he continues, as if they are merely speaking over a meal, "if you would do it, if you would look upon me, the betrayer of Eldara, and see something worth saving. I had to know. And here you are, proving my point." The air grits their teeth, a tremor running through them. Their mind spins. The Starstone glows behind them, but it feels distant now. The warmth from before, the relief, it was all a mirage. "You never meant to change," they manage. Kaelen sighs, finally withdrawing the blade. The air stumbles forward, catching themselves with a hand against the floor. "Change?" Kaelen echoes, standing above them. "Oh no, I only meant to see how far you'd let me go, and you let me go too far." He tilts his head, considering them. "Perhaps you thought yourself strong for offering me kindness. But tell me, dear air, does it feel like strength now?" The Starstone flickers, its light growing wild, unpredictable. It knows. It knows. Kaelen turns toward it, the blade in his hand dripping with betrayal. "I had hoped you would kill me," he admits. "Had you driven your blade through my heart, I might have respected you. But this only proves what I always knew." He smiles, sharp as shattered glass. "You are not ready to rule." The air clenches their jaw, their hand pressing against their wound. The pain is dizzying, but they force themselves to rise. Not yet. They are not done yet. The Starstone pulses violently. The air shifts, and for the first time, Kaelen hesitates. The air stands, bloodied but unbroken. The Starstone burns between them, its power shifting, reacting to the moment. Kaelen betrayed them, not in rage, not in desperation, but in cold, calculating cruelty. And yet, it is not over. No, dear traveler, this story is not yet finished. The Lost Heir has not fallen, and Kaelen has not won. Not yet. Rest well, but keep your heart steady, for when next we return to Eldara, the air will rise again, and this time they will not offer forgiveness.